had something really interesting happen to me today, and you could probably tell by the title of the video. I was attacked by a libtard. Can you believe that? Now I have a little quick story, hopefully I can tell you about my first experience of being attacked by a libtard. So, I was at my place of business. I was out in a general smoking area, you know, vaping, and I was talking to my buddy about deer hunting, and you can deer hunt with handguns and certain types of, you know, ammunition, blah, 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 blah. And then I looked at my YouTube feed and I saw this video on Sheila Jackson Lee talking about AR-15s. So if you don't know, look at the Sheila Jackson Lee statements on AR-15s, where she talks about that they are as heavy as 10 boxes that you would move. Big, heavy boxes. AR-15s are all as heavy as 10 boxes. And they all shoot 50 caliber bullets. All of them. Every AR-15 shoots 50 caliber bullets. And so I looked across to my buddy, and I was just about ready to tell him about this YouTube story with Sheila Jackson Lee, and some lady comes out of the building and sits right next to me. And so I'm telling my buddy, I said, I can't believe that these people that are higher up in power and run the country don't know anything about AR-15s or what they're actually trying to ban. And then so I proceeded to start talking about, I wonder, you know, with AR pistols, if you can hunt with an AR pistol, or, you know, an AK pistol in southern Minnesota. Because in southern Minnesota, where I'm from, you can't hunt with a rifle, but I have an AK pistol. And as soon as I said something about that, this lady that had come to us and sat down totally interjects on our conversation and says, I have no clue, why would you need an AR-15 or an AK-47 with a 30-round magazine? Why would you need to deer hunt with a fully automatic AK-47 or AR-15? And my mind kind of recoiled in horror, right? Because everybody that I know in southern Minnesota grew up with guns, has hunted, has shot, right? So I'm not used to being attacked by libtards. So I was kind of stunned, like I was taken back. And so I didn't have an answer, except for I turned and I said, I wasn't even talking to you. And then I turned back to my friend and we started talking about handguns, and she just totally interjects and she says, are you gonna shoot a deer with an AR-15? Are you gonna shoot a deer with an AR-15 fully automatic? She goes, I don't think anybody should have one of those. What do you need one for? And then she started going, da 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 da. And I'm going, holy cow. So I was having this calm, gentle conversation with my friend about firearms and deer hunting. And then I have this libtard that is actually getting violent and angry, right? So when I talk to people about my history or my passions in life, I'm about having calm conversations. And if you beg to differ on owning guns, not owning guns, whatever the subject is, I expect to have a calm conversation. But these libtards are violent. I mean, like violent. I mean, she was getting absolutely angry. So then I just ignored her. I said, I wasn't even talking to you. And she goes, what are you gonna do? Eat the meat in between the 30 bullet holes? And then once again, I calmly didn't say anything, turned to my buddy, and he goes, man, I'd really like to use your Benelli M4 for deer hunting. And I said, man, I'd like to borrow you my Benelli M4, but it's a combat shotgun. It's only for war. Just to kind of just get away from me. So, you know, I told him, you can't borrow my Benelli. It's only for war. That's it. And as soon as he said, well, can I borrow your Benelli? And I said, it's only for war. She turned to us and said, oh, you're going to bring a gun to work now? You're going to bring a gun to work? And I recoiled in horror again. And I turned to her and casually said, I didn't say anything about bringing a gun to work. Did you say anything? So she is now making up this situation in her head. So once again, I just calmly said to her, I don't know what you're talking about. This is our conversation. You walked into this conversation. I said, you can go sit somewhere else. So then the next thing was My buddy Derek has an AKP, so it's an AK pistol, and he just got a spark from Vortex. And so this mutual person, mechanic that I work with, also knows Derek. So I was telling him, I said, well, my buddy just got a spark, you know, this person, Derek, got a spark, and we're going to go to the range maybe soon here and do a review on it, you know, and sight in the gun. I didn't even finish the sentence. She turns to me and says, I would really appreciate it if you would not talk about firearms and weapons of war at work. It really offends me. So at this time, normally I'm a very outspoken person, so I was just about ready to pounce and just rip someone up with my words, right? Because I'm very outspoken. But I decided just to be quiet, and silence was better because I'm in the workplace. So I'm sitting here shaking, and I cannot believe how violent these libtards are. I mean, can't we just have a decent conversation? And as far as talking about guns at work, I could talk about guns at work all I want, as long as it's not, you know, in a negative way, violent actions. Guns and shooting are my hobby, and a lot of the people who watch this channel are my passion. So by her saying don't talk about guns at work in front of me, it makes me feel uncomfortable. And so I'm not trying to make anybody feel uncomfortable, so I instantly just stopped talking about guns. But it was weird that she was just making me feel uncomfortable, right? And just attacking me. So in the comment section below, I want to know, what would you have done? So remember, you're in a work situation, right? You can't use any profanity, you can't blah, blah, blah. You have to be professional. So if you were in that situation and you were shaking in anger because you were being attacked by someone that didn't even have any right being in the conversation, what would your response have been? I'd appreciate it if you'd tell me, you know, what your response would have been. But this is the first time. I mean, you know, I suppose if I lived in like Duluth, where it's you know, I get used to being attacked by libtards. But I live in southern Minnesota, and so everybody's grown up around guns, had guns, shot guns, hunted. And so I've never been attacked by a libtard. And today was the first time I've ever been attacked by a libtard. And I'm pissed about it. I mean, I am actually angry about it. I shouldn't let it bug me, but when it comes to my rights and the stupidity of politicians, the stupidity of the people that are being tricked by these politicians with the 30-round fully semi-automatic shit. Do I hunt deer with a fully automatic AR-15? No. So, comments, leave it. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll see you next time.